Hello, let's talk about the beginning of life in a few sentences. So, it's obvious that nobody was there at the beginning. So the question is, what principle should be used when investigating the origin of life? And they say that the best way to investigate it is the forensic principles, which is what they use, for example, to catch a killer, forensic principles. But the reason forensic principle works, it's because our conclusions based on observing things. So we observe something, then we draw a conclusion, then we can set up a principle that based on our observance, certain principle works, and this is the conclusion we can come to. For example, you stab someone, they're going to bleed. So they see a bloody knife on the road or something, they can assume that somebody was stabbed there. And the spontaneous life generation, the life coming into existence spontaneously, it's never been observed. In fact, scientists using their own intelligence, they couldn't even try to replicate what a non-intelligent, unguided process brought into existence. But it raises the questions that what would happen if they were able to create life in a lab? That it would show that intelligence brought life into existence. And I remember watching a debate between a creationist and an unbeliever. It was really funny because the creationist was saying that he had another debate somewhere, and the non-believer was using a slide, and the slide was showing the evolution of a certain car, and he was trying to use this slide to explain evolution. He said, look, then you had the car, then they added something, then they added something, then they made it stronger, faster, bigger, had better performance. And the guy said, look, you need to stop using this slide because you're strengthening my position, because you're just showing that all these processes, all these steps, they've taken by the use of intelligence, because it was an intelligent person who designed the next generation car, then an intelligent person was who came up with the process of making these changes, then it was intelligent people who programmed the robots if they had robots, or intelligent people who were working with their own hands. So it was all down to intelligence, which I thought was a bit entertaining. And even biologists admitted that it looks as if life was designed. But it made me wonder that if something looks like a dog, and it quacks like a dog, and it walks like a dog, why would you call it a dog? It doesn't make sense to me. And it has been admitted by a few Darwinists that to try to explain the origin of life involves a lot of speculation. And in fact, apparently, which is an interesting fact, that's why many came up with the idea that it was actually aliens that brought life to Earth. And it's sort of funny because they think that us believers are the ones who are single-minded, and we are the ones who are coming up with ideas that cannot be proven. But in fact, doesn't it look like that they are the ones who are coming up with theories that cannot really be proven, like I was talking about multiverse or alien bringing life to Earth. There was a scientist, and he even did say that they called it as a faith position. So although it's a science, the origin of life, for those who are coming up with these with all of these theories, are based on faith. We shall continue.